Hey guys, my name is Andy and today I am gonna teach you on how to make 3D text in Photoshop. Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and for today's video I am gonna teach you guys on how to make 3D text in Photoshop. So for this tutorial, a lot of people have been asking me to do this again because I've actually made a video like this last time. So making 3D text in Photoshop is pretty basic. If you guys haven't known how to make this, it's really simple. So now I'm just gonna show you guys the parts of it before I start the tutorial. So first of all, here's the first part. So the first part is we need to make the text. So this is what the text would look like at first. I'm gonna show you guys how all of this would look, all of this on how you're gonna make this. So yeah, so next thing is the second part, and this is the second part, and now it's looking much more 3D-ish, and yeah, that's the second part. And then the third part is we add some shadows to it to make it look much more 3D. All right, so for the fourth part is we add some filters to it to make it more look nicer. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. I'm also gonna show you everything on this, and then the last part is we change the color fit because I don't really like the color fit, and yeah, I just wanted to change it, and I changed it to this cool reddish pinkish style. And yeah, so this is what we're gonna be making for this tutorial, this cool looking 3D text thing here, but it's gonna be a bit different. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna be making today. And yeah, so let me start the tutorial now. So today, well, first of all, we need to make a new window, or I mean document to make the text. Or if you already have a text, or if you already have document, just leave that open. I'm just gonna make a new one. So file, new, or Control N to make another one, and I am just gonna make this as a 1280 by 720, and then there we go, we have a new document. So before we start all of this, we need to pick a font. So the font we're gonna be using for today's video is gonna be the Next font. You guys can use whatever font that you want to use. I'm just gonna use the Next font because I really like that font. You can use the Helvetica font, you can use whatever font you want, but it's gonna be different for each font that you're gonna be using. It's not gonna be the same on each font. Just want to clear that up. So yeah, so I'm just gonna place a text there, and then I'm gonna name this to Endy. So Endy. Oh, that is not a good color. Brown color, no. I'm just gonna change that white for now, for temporary. I'm gonna change that later. So yeah, Endy, and the font is the Next font. If you guys want to use this font also, I'll have a download link in the description, so you guys can just have the font and maybe just follow along if you want to. So now we have this font, Endy. Now the next thing is we need to duplicate this because we need to have a backup file in case some things goes wrong, or yeah, something goes wrong. So I'm just gonna make a backup, name this to backup, so I know what's the purpose of this. And then yeah, and then the next thing is we need to rasterize this because we can't do anything if it's still in the text form. So right click and then rasterize type, and then there we go. So next thing is we need to press on V, then Control T, and then perspective. Or you can just do this by going to edit, transform, and then perspective. You can just do that. So wait, no, wait, before we do that perspective, we're just gonna first do warp. This is optional if you guys want to do this, but I much more like doing this, the warp thing. So what I mostly do is where I go to arc, then I change the bend to 8, and then I changed, no, actually we don't need to change the height and the, I don't know what the V is, but we don't need to change that. We just need to change the bend. So the reason why I use the bend or the warp tool is because I wanted to make this arc look. This is just optional if you guys want to use the warp, but if you guys want to have this cool looking thing here, like it's bended in the middle, you can do that. So again, we're just gonna go to perspective to change the proportions of this. So perspective, and then I'm just gonna back the sides of the top thing, the top square here, and I'm gonna move the bottom square to the right to do that. And then yeah, that's good. All right, so just click enter or click the check, and then there we go, we have this thing here now. So again, I'm just gonna change the color first because I really don't like the white color. And then just gonna color overlay, and I'm just gonna pick a random color here. Let's just go with a simple purple. No, wait, yeah, purple. Let's just go with purple. So purple it is. All right, okay, and then rasterize layer style, and then there we go. So the next thing is we need to get that 3D looking style. Yeah, I don't really know what it's called, but the 3D thing here. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna do Control J, then we're gonna click on the bottom layer, and then click on Control U, and then change the lightness to -30, and then we're gonna press V, then we're gonna hold down Control and then the down arrow key, and then we're just gonna move this bottom layer to the bottom. As you can see, this thing here, this purple-ish, that purple thing, I'm moving that down. So just slightly moving it slowly, but it's moving. Yeah, so just move that down a bit. It's up to you guys on how you want this to look like, or how you want this, the bottom layer of the ND text, on how you want it to be. I'm just gonna make it to around 15-ish, 15 to the bottom, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and then 15. So I'm not really keeping count, I'm just trying to move this down a bit, and that's pretty good. All right, so next thing is by still selecting the bottom layer, I'm just gonna change this so I can just call it out whatever I want. So bottom, and then front bottom, and there we go. All right, so the bottom text, we're just gonna press on Control T, and then go to perspective again, and then we're gonna change the down right square thing here, and then we're just gonna move that to the left. Let's move it to the left a bit. And then the upper right square here, we're just gonna move that to the left also, but we're gonna keep this aligned to the bottom square, and that's pretty good. All right, that's pretty good. And then check this. Then there we go, we already have the form of the 3D text now. Next thing is we need to connect these squares here. So by doing that is we're just gonna go to the lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, and I'm just gonna connect the squares here, the squares. So I'm just gonna fast forward this because you don't really need to watch this, but before I do that, I'm just gonna show you how you're gonna do it. So you're just gonna do it is by you're just gonna click on the color here and try to get at the bottom of the color here. Just go to the bottom corner here, and then just click, and then go to the other layer now and just click on the bottom layer of that, or bottom corner of that layer, and then click, and then there you go. and then hold down Shift F5 to get the fill. Then click on color. Then you're gonna get the eyedropper tool. Click on the bottom color, and then just click on that so you can get the color of the bottom layer. And then okay, and then okay, and there you go. So basically that is just what you're gonna do in this situation. So I'm just gonna fast forward now because you don't really need to see me select all of these. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward this. Oh, actually, I forgot to show you something, is when you have a curve here. So how we're gonna do this is when we're dealing with a curve is we're gonna be going to the pen tool, and we're gonna do that by clicking on, or yeah, pressing down P, and then we're gonna click on the little end part here, and then we're gonna click on the top part here, but you're still gonna hold to get that curved look. And then we're just gonna hold down Alt and then click on the bottom circle here, and then we're just gonna adjust the stroke here. I don't know what it's called, the path. Yeah, the path. We're just gonna adjust the path here to match with the proportion of the curve here. So maybe that's good enough. Yep, that's good enough. In all honesty, you guys don't need to be really that precise on selecting the edges off here. You don't really need to do that because it's not really that needed, but if you want to do that, you can do that. I'm not judging you. But anyways, I'm just gonna fast forward now because I just showed you that. And yeah. Alright, so that's basically it on the selecting parts, and now we have this 3D text looking thing. So now you can just simply just use this if you're done with detailing it, you don't want to follow along the tutorial anymore. You can just do that, you can leave the video, but if you want to add more effects to it, then stick around. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's just gonna be it, and then I'm just gonna move this to the top to make it in much more of the middle. And yeah, that's on the top now. And then the next thing is we're gonna be doing for this 3D text is we're gonna add some shadows to make the 3D text much more, well, look 3D. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna get our brush tool, and we're gonna do that by pressing on B. So B. And then we're just gonna create a new layer, and then that new layer, put the new layer at the bottom of the front layer, the front text here. Yeah, that front. So just put that in the bottom, and then we're gonna go to the brush tool, and then we're gonna change the opacity to 40%, and then change the opacity of the flow to 40% as well. So yeah, so just do that. And then we're just gonna go to the eyedropper tool. We're just gonna do that by pressing on I, so I, and then we're gonna click on the bottom color, and then we're gonna go to the color of that, and then we're just gonna change this to a darkish purple. Not that dark, like it's seriously black, but just a bit dark. Like it's still purple, but it's just a bit dark. So yeah, don't do like it's simply black, that's just gonna look awful. So maybe around this area. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then next thing is we're just gonna be shadowing the parts of this. So as well, I'm just gonna speed this part up because you don't really need to follow along. You can just know how to do this, but I'm just gonna show you this first letter and how I'm gonna shadow it. And then the other letters, I'm just gonna fast forward the video. All right. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go to the Polygonal Lasso tool, and mine is I'm just gonna click on L. So L, And then we're just gonna click on this area, and then click on the corner area here, and then click on here. But still, we're still trying to get a diagonal look. Diagonal corner, and then there we go. Click, and then click. There we go. We go to our brush tool, and then we're just gonna be slightly brushing the edges here. So just do that. So slight. Don't like go ham on it, like it's seriously just going ham on it, but just slightly stroking it, just slight. All right, so there we go. That's pretty good. And then next part is we're gonna try to shadow this thing here. Also, actually, it's up to you guys to learn where to put the shadows are, because it's different for each font. So it's up to you guys, because it's just up to you guys. I don't really know how to explain this, so I'm sorry. I wanna explain this, but I don't know how to put this into words. Yeah. But yeah, that's just how it's gonna look. And then we're gonna add a shadow here, like on here, because there's supposed to be a shadow there. Yep. Then we're just gonna shadow this part also as well, and then just shadow that. There we go. All right, we're almost done. Oh, actually, we're not, but we're almost done with this letter. Yeah, obviously. So I'm just gonna shadow this top part here, just shadowing it just a bit, making the top part here much more darker, and then as it goes along it's much more lighter, and then lighter, and then light. There, yeah. So next thing is we're gonna shadow this part as well, and then there we go, and then that's it. That's just how we're gonna make the shadow. So I'm just gonna fast forward, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the next part, and then the video will be done, and you guys can do whatever you want on the 3D text now. Yay. Alright, so we are done shadowing the text now. So I actually have not deleted this colors here, like you see this things here, the edges colors here. I haven't deleted that because I wanted to show you guys how to well, get rid of that. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna click on the image on the bottom text, like the image of the layer. So just control click that, and then go to the layer 1, well, the shadow layer, and then press M and then delete. Oh wait, no, wait, how do I do this? Forgot how to do this actually. Oh wait, no. Okay, I remember now. Go to press Ctrl J, then delete the bottom layer 1, and then there you go. So that's just how you delete the extra edges of the shadow. So now we have this 3D text here. Actually, we're kind of done now, but we want to add more effects to it, so we're kind of not done yet. So yeah. So I'm just gonna change the name of this layer to shadow so that I don't get confused on what it is. Actually, I didn't even need to change that because I'm actually just gonna merge these two to make less space, to make much more room to the layers. And yeah, so I'm just gonna change the name of this to bottom, and there we go. And then now is we're just gonna group these front and bottom. So just group those two. So Control G, and I'm just gonna change this to text, and also I'm gonna add the backup to it so it could be organized, because it's good to be organized when you're making something in Photoshop. Of course, that's the #1 rule, but it depends on each person. And yeah. So I'm just gonna Control J this, or duplicate this, so Control J, and then merge this text copy to, well, you can do that by pressing Control E. There we go. And then we're just gonna hide the bottom text as well. So now is we're gonna go to the blending options. So we're gonna do that is by double clicking on the text copy. So double click that, and then now we were directed here. So normally when I make 3D texts, I normally go to satin to get that darkish look, because I just really like that look. I don't know why. It just looks pretty nice. And then I also go to gradient overlay. Wait, actually, I'm just gonna pause. So if you guys want to follow what options I have, so the opacity is 17, distance is 8, size is 60, and I got the blend mode to overlay, and also it's black as the color. So now we're gonna go to gradient overlay now, and then I have just this to a black and white gradient, just a simple one. And then I'm gonna change the opacity to probably 39. Yeah, 39 is pretty good. It'll depend on how you like the gradient overlay. I'm just following along on how I like it to be, so it'll be different for each perspective. So what I have is for the blend mode to overlay, opacity to 39, and then the gradient is just a simple black and white, style to linear, angle to 90, scale is to 150. So next thing is we're gonna go to inner glow, and then we're just gonna change this color because it's at the moment yellow. And you can use the color purple, but much more lighter, or you can just use the white. Like if you have the white, it's just gonna be normal, just overlay. That's it. It's pretty simple. But I'm gonna go with a purplish lighter look. Probably that goes well. Yeah, that goes well. All right. So I'm gonna change the blend mode to color dodge. Yeah, color dodge. Color dodge is good. And I'm gonna change the opacity to 44, and then change the size to maybe around 18 is good. So I have the blend mode for the inner glow to color dodge, opacity to 44, noise to 0, and then the choke is 27, size is 18. So actually for the inner glow, it'll be different for each color. Like if you have a yellow text, obviously you'll have the color of the inner glow to a much more lighter yellow. If you have to white, and then obviously you'll have the color of this inner glow to white. So yeah, that's just basically it. So next thing is we're gonna go to bevel and emboss. So this is just optional actually, but I kind of like using this for my 3D text. So yeah, it's pretty much optional, but yeah. So for the depth, it'll be different for each text because it'll depend on how you like it. So I'll just have it to 282. The size is 13 and the soften is to 4. I don't really mess around with this because it's already good. The opacity to 40%, and then the highlight mode overlay, and then the color is white. Shadow mode or overlay, and it's black. Opacity to 57. Then the contour. So the contour will be different for each text that you're gonna do because sometimes it'll not blend well with the light, and yeah. So I'm just gonna change this up a bit. So yeah, that looks good. All right. So okay, and there we go. So we have the filters now. So we are almost done. I'm just gonna change the color of this because I'm not really digging the purple color at the moment. So I'm just gonna duplicate this, Control J, and then I'm just gonna hide the text copy, and then rasterize this, rasterize layer, then filter, and then camera raw filter. So we are almost done with the tutorial. We just need to change the color, and that's gonna be it for the tutorial. All right, so I'm just gonna go to the HSL/grayscale, go to hue, And then let's just mess around with the colors here. Oranges does not do anything. Yellows does not do anything. Green does not do anything. Aquas, oh, the blue changes something. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. All right, I like that color. Oh, it's looking like that. It's becoming much more bluer, and we don't want that. But we want that tint. It's kind of like a tint. I don't know. And then yeah, that's pretty nice, pretty good. And then we're just gonna do that. And then magentas. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Move this here a bit in the blues. The blues will be yeah, that's good. And then the blues again. And then there we go. Purples. Let's change that like that. Yep. And there we go. And then next thing is the camera calibration. Ooh, that looks very nice. Whoa, that looks like an icy color. I like that. I dig that actually. Actually, we're just gonna go with a bluish color because I really dig that. I really dig this color. I don't know why. I just really dig it. So just gonna change the hue to -6. Then change that there. The hue to actually, we're gonna change this to this color because I'm really digging this one. You know, this is the reason why I change. See, my mind changes every time when I get a good color. So it was a while ago blue, and then we came back to purple. But now, as you can see, it became much more of this color. So last time we just had this color, the purple-ish thing. But then we went to camera raw filter, and then we got this color. So it actually just made it much more emphasized, like the colors. It much more emphasized the colors of it. And yeah, that's actually basically it for the tutorial. How long was this actually? This was 30 minutes. And I'll have it cut and cut, so probably around 20 minutes or so, probably, yeah. So this is actually much more a faster method on doing the 3D text than the last time I did it. It was actually an hour long, and I didn't know why. Maybe because I kept on talking about random stuff. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why. But anyways, that's just how you make the 3D text. I'll just go along on what we did. So first of all, we did this first. Oh wait, no. Yep. First of all, we did the normal 2D text. We changed, well actually the first one. So that's what we did. We got the text. Then next thing is we made the text. We changed it to warp. We went to warp, and then we changed it to arc, and then we changed the bend mode to 8, and then we got another layer to make the 3D text look much more 3D. And we added 3D text here, and also we added some shadows to it, and see the shadows, and then also the 3D text at the bottom of it. So yeah, so we did that. And then next thing is we added some effects. So we added some effects. And then next thing is we add a color gradient, or well, we changed the color. So now that's how it looks like. You can still change the color of it, probably from selective color. It's basically like camera raw filter, but it's much more, I don't know actually. I rarely use this. I just learned about it from school actually, so yeah, I kind of used it a bit now. So yeah, so that's just gonna be it for the tutorial, and we're gonna wrap things up now. So yeah, so that's it for the 3D text tutorial. And actually, if you guys didn't notice, I'm just gonna go off topic now. If you guys didn't notice, I have a new microphone. As you can tell by the good quality of the audio. Like, just listen to this voice, man. It's fucking good. I fucking love it. Like, my god. So I'm gonna do more tutorials in the future. Suggest me guys on what more tutorials you want me guys to do. If you want me to do a header tutorial, a banner tutorial, anything that you want. Just depends on what kind of tutorial it is. It needs to be graphic design related. If it's not, it's not. I'm not gonna do it, obviously. But yeah, just suggest me some tutorials that you want me guys to do in the future, or for next video I'll pick a random idea in the comments. If you guys commented a tutorial for next video, and I'll just pick. And yeah, so that's gonna be basically it. If you guys learned something for this video, please give a like and support, please. And also, I'm very sorry that I didn't upload last week. I was actually waiting for this microphone to come because I was really excited to get this microphone, so I didn't make a video. I'm very sorry. I could have just made a speed art instead, but I didn't. Yeah, so this is my apology. my apology. I made a 3D text tutorial for you guys, a much more compressed one. But yeah, that's just gonna be basically it for it. So now I'm just gonna end the video now. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys learned anything, please do give a like, and also click that bell on beside of the subscribe, because it notifies you if I can't talk, I'm sorry. Where was I? So subscribe. The bell notification, if you click on the bell, it'll notify you if I have a new video on my channel. So click that if you guys want to be updated on the channel, because I make weekly videos sometimes, but I still make weekly videos. Sometimes it's speed art, sometimes it's tutorials, sometimes it may be packs, maybe free templates. I don't know, who knows. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please do give a like. I know I said this for 3 times now, but still, please give a like. And also subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. See you later, guys.